Hello. Welcome everyone to what the hell day is it today? Like October 17th. It's the 17th. The old 1/7 of October. Anyway, let me get the other guys here. Huh? Hello. Hey. We are going. Ready? You better get ready. You better get your butts ready because we're gonna appear on screen in 3.
Wait, no, please,
2.
I don't have clothes on, please, no.
Wait, did you have some like jokey jokes planned?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
We're not that.
I was like, that ruined your bit, but I don't
No,
think
No.
not that funny.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, it
Let's
is a
be
photo.
honest.
You're not giving us enough credit. We're hilarious.
Yeah.
Have you seen the way we look?
Well, that's
400 points on a piece of paper, bro?
what?
Wait, what do you have paper for? Did you take notes for the podcast today?
I'll when I go by my week, I'll explain.
Okay.
Well, Kirata, how was your week?
Hey man, so I spent 400 tickets at the stupid round 1 for a freaking piece of paper, bro.
Wait, what?
All my hard work for a piece of... Okay, so here we go.
Okay, yeah, no, explain.
Over the weekend, meaning yesterday, I hung out with some friends. We went to Philly. We went, got some food. We got this cheesesteaks. We got paper. We went to round 1, barcade. I
Yeah.
don't really drink much. I just wanted to play my game. And either way, at the end of the day, I freaking got some dope crap, right? I got me a piece of paper. But you know the thing holding this? Rilakuma. Look at the little panda boy.
Oh,
cute this thing is, dude.
Cute.
Wait, is that a bear wearing like another bear's skin? That's
Yeah.
kind of fucked up.
It's really awesome.
As if
So,
pandas weren't
wait.
having enough of a problem existing in the first place. These
Yep.
other bears come through and they're like, "Hey, I need to borrow your skin."
Yeah, we just need to borrow one.
Yeah.
We got some in the back.
Didn't they announce a few years ago actually that pandas aren't endangered anymore?
No, we're not an
Really?
endangered species. We're a dangerous species, bro. We're here to
Oh,
fight.
okay. Well, Kirata, it's been a while since we've had you on the podcast, so because we
What'd
didn't
I
have you
do?
last week. You went
That's true.
to
Yeah.
What did I
'Cause
do
last week- last week you were going to be here, but then you were
You went to New York Comic Con because it's much
Yeah.
more exciting
Oh
than us.
yeah.
Which is
Oh,
true.
I have more things to pull out. So I got a bunch
Oh,
of
no.
plushies at Comic Con. I got a bunch of little pins and stuff. It was really cool. I met a friend that was a streamer before I even was streaming and stuff, and that was really cool meeting her. I met a guy that I met through streaming there, and I was like, oh, that's kind of dope. Walked around, got to meet people. I was really sweaty though. I didn't like being super sweaty in that what do we call it, venue, but I don't know. Other than that, though, it was really fun. It was hard to find Monster Hunter merch, but my brother who walked around somehow found random Monster Hunter crap, and I went, "Ow! I got eyes like a hawk, bro!" And it's freaking, I keep missing all of them. I was like,
It's
whatever.
been a pretty common occurrence. I've seen it at least at 3 conventions over the past 4 years of like selling like Wiggler hats. Of like
I know there was a guy walking around with one.
Yeah,
I saw some
you
pretty
s-
dope cosplays.
They're pretty
of,
easy. They're pretty easy to find in the
love
crowd
them.
because it's like the
Yeah, because they
I
got the
love
beacon.
them.
They got the lighthouse. you know,
yeah.
they're-
I
It's like
want
all
them.
other Wigglers come here, and then like I remember I was at
Wigglers
Zenkai
unite.
Con in like 2018, and like there was a crowd of people outside, and then there's like this little pocket over here where you can just see a bunch of Wiggler heads sticking out. Because there was like a bunch of people with Wiggler hats. I don't know if they
Yeah.
were part of a group or if they just found each other because they all
and
had
they just
Wiggler
kept
hats
sticking
on.
together.
It was
Yeah,
just
they were
fate,
like
huh?
Wigglers stick together, you know?
I genuinely want a whole group of us just to run around a con just with Wiggler helmets.
Bro,
I would love.
that so
And then here's the
badly.
thing: the whole outfit is like we're wearing a giant pot, and it's just the Wiggler helmet coming out.
Oh, like the
Now-
cat
now we can
outfit.
scuttle around and then sit down, and then it would,
Yeah.
and then we just do the stupid neck thing.
You
Just
need
be
it to be
vibing.
like, yeah, it needs to be like, well, no, you need like an air thing puffing up, so it's like
Ooh,
one of those
yeah, you're right.
inflatable flailing arm
We need the
tube
wacky
men.
inflatable wavable tube man.
Yeah,
but, like,
wacky waving
as a
inflatable
Wiggler.
arm flailing tube man. Yeah,
We need one of
Yes.
those guys.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so I did all that on that weekend, and this weekend we went to Philly, hung out with a friend who's in Philly, and I got a bunch of claw games and a bunch of other cool stuff. I won Well, I met two random people there, and we're cool friends. And they got me this little seal, little potato-looking bear boy. This guy's
Aw.
freaking adorable, right? Awesome, easy win. I got a whale lord, freaking super soft, dope, really cute.
Is that
Look
the
at this
scale?
freaking guy. I ran around, get my hand in it. I got my arm bitten. It's freaking. It's a
It's just gone.
Look at this freaking guy. Look at this freaking nerd.
That's what I
Nice.
saw.
Like put your head in it and just like walk around.
So
like
you
that.
put the gram. So you put the marshmallow.
And then my favorite thing, right? There's one little spot for a claw game, right? And they were like, hey, I walked over, I tried my luck. I was like, dang, it's not working. I walked over to the guy to restock to move or adjust the item. And guy looks at it, he goes, oh, gotta recenter it or whatever. I'm like, I don't freaking know what that means. Okay. Walk away. I talked to the lady. Oh no. So I walk away, I come back and I see that he set it back up again at some point. I went, oh, okay. So he set back up. I took another shot at it, right? And I was like, dang, I'm working. I walk over to the lady, I guess like somewhat of a lead there, a boss. And I was like, hey, I tried this a couple times and I can't seem to figure out how to get this thing. And she's just like, well, I said this earlier to a couple other people that like no matter what you do, because of the little pegs that stick out, like sometimes some is a ball, some is like a prong sticking out. So it's like there's a specific way they set these up so that it's difficult, but it's not impossible. But the ones that they're set up were all completely wrong or something. So I was like, oh, okay. And I was saying like, oh yeah, I scanned, yeah. So I scanned my card a couple times and I swiped. I was like, dang, it's not working. And she like looked at me at the end of the day. She's like, freaking just take it. Like somebody probably threw enough money to pay for itself. I went, okay. I did my little like, oh, okay, thank you very much. And I walked away going, oh yeah.
Wait, so
I got that. Like,
so how much did you spend at that claw machine then?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. See, like, isn't that what they do in Japan, where it's like you need to like ask an attendant, and then they'll like what they'll do to keep getting money out of you is they'll open up the cabinet and then like move the toy like a little closer and then close it and then be like, and then they'll be like, go again. Because if they weren't there to constantly like enable you to try to keep going at it, then you would have left like 5 turns ago.
Oh yeah. It was awesome. And I was talking to the other two people that I mentioned. Like I made like 2 random people there who were really cool, really fun to talk to, right? And we were just walking around like together trying to figure out like, oh dang, which one's really cute, which one's really easy to get. And I was like, man, I half a mind. I looked around, I don't see no cameras. I'm about to just run into one of these things.
Oh my god!
Wait, I don't do that. I was just joking about it.
I just like take all the goods, then
I'll just like crash through the glass myself and rip that thing from the
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, that would be freaking hilarious if I did some crap like that. But I don't do that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun yesterday. I ran around, we did that, and then I went back to my friend's place. We drank, we watched A Quiet Place. Like that movie, a spoopy movie, and then my friend was drunk and he was like, "Hey, let's watch this other movie. I want to watch this movie. It's really funny." He just kept talking, and so we're watching it, and it's like these kids, they're just stupid. It's like called like Cool, Good Boys or something. It's like came out like 2019 or some crap. It wasn't terrible, but it was like for me, it's like a bad movie, but one that you can laugh at. Because it's kind of just stupid middle school crap. Yeah, I don't know. It's some random movie. And I watched it and stuff, and we were just laughing, drinking and stuff. I tried this. Guinness has like a beer infused coffee, like a cold
I'm not
brew
surprised.
coffee.
I'm not surprised.
I took a shot at it last night, and I think because it was like not cold, it didn't hit the same. Because Guinness like it hits like that already, kind of like a coffee, but it's not a coffee. And I drank it, and I was kind of like,
Decent.
yeah, I'll just take a Guinness.
I mean, like mixing caffeine and alcohol is like a surefire way to just like regret every decision.
I like it. I don't know. I like the taste of it.
Have you tried the beer infused coffee though? Like the Guinness I'm talking about?
No.
Beer infused.
I don't think we have.
Yeah.
We probably do have it in
I promise you, just stick to the Guinness. The Guinness is probably better. The taste wise, I will at least much better. That coffee
Mhm.
one, it's like you kind of can taste the coffee, and then there's like some aftertaste. But again, I think that's because it wasn't cold, where it like stays that taste.
Mm.
Other than that, though, I've again been taking a break from streaming. I'd be here and there, but for the most part, I'm playing GU here and there. But I'm probably gonna get back on and just do all the Rise stuff this week, and then at some point at random, I'll just do like a whole week, 2 weeks maybe of Final Fantasy straight, just trying to blast through whatever MSQ or some crap. You
You've
guys
been
keep
saying that
on.
for a while.
Yep.
Yeah, I just didn't feel up to it. I don't want to play the game if I'm not like into it. Like I play Monster Hunter because I'm always into it. I'm always ready to like beat the crap out of something. But then like I look at this game and it really hit me. I went, man, I would be that guy to pay $15 forever for this game that I never play. And I wouldn't mind that because I get to say that I was that guy. But then I looked at it and went, dang, I'm paying 15 a month for a game I don't play. I'm like, if I said this about any other game, I'd tell myself I'm an idiot. And I went, yeah, I'll play it.
Wait,
You
so
are
so
an idiot.
you're not playing the free trial right now? You're actually paying monthly?
I paid from the get go. Well, I mean, I got whatever free trial thing, and I was like, yeah, freak it, I'm gonna keep going. And then
Okay.
I just haven't played because I just wasn't in that I wasn't in the mindset to be like, yo, I'm excited for this. At the start, it was kind of already like, oh yeah, let's see what happens. Oh yeah, let me just set up my settings. Oh yeah, let me see what my skills are. Oh yeah, let me just blast through level 17. Oh yeah, hey, Tam's here. I was just kind of like, left and right, just like, oh yeah, I'll just see what happens. And now I'm like, dang, I kind of want to see what happens with the story, and I hear it's really good. So
Yeah.
other than that, that's probably all I plan on doing. I mean, I guess the only other thing, it's really cool. My work gave me a little like a nice little drawstring bag, and not like one of those little rinky dinky ones you get in high school, but like this really nice string, really nice like see through bag, so I can bring it in and out of work. And they gave me a frisbee. As thanks for working through the pandemic, I got this little rinky dinky frisbee, bro.
Oh shit!
You know where we're gonna play this inside a warehouse, bro? You know when I'll ever get the time to use this thing?
Thanks for the frisbee.
I'm so excited.
After
bro.
all the anxiety I had to put up with, all the health concerns, being worried about my job security during the pandemic, you know what? We're cool now because you gave me a frisbee.
Oh, hear me out though.
All worth
it. They did give me this thing. It's like a protein shaker, whatever cup, and I went, oh, that's kind of neat. And it's got the infuser. Wait, hold on. Let me show you. I got the egg. It's like this little infuser thingy, I guess, where you put the packet or whatever. I don't know how protein.
I usually just use like one of those like. In fact, I have some spare ones right here.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
In case I need them again.
Like one of those like that little brown, like thinly packaged whatever, and then you just shake it, though, and then it'll.
I usually just use powder, but like I have like actually no, I'm actually pull it out right now. It's like stuck behind a bunch of shit right now, and I'm really like taking it out.
It's fine.
Like one of those like metal mixing balls that you just like put into your thing. Which is why like usually when I have that other bottle, and I start shaking it, it's like it just starts like clacking.
But I just got that for the first time. I was like, man, do I want to chug a bunch of pre-workout? Who knows? I'm just like making up crap.
That's like my substitute. At this point, that's like my substitute for coffee in a way, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But like, I mean, I do work out eventually during the day, so it's like,
people are also dry scooping. You know how like they're just straight up just chugging like.
Oh my fucking god. Okay, so I was actually telling my coworker about this the other day. Is that like the other day I was at the gym. And I was at my machine, and there was someone else in front of me doing some other shit. And I just see him. He was like, he had his like his container of I don't know if it was protein or pre-workout or what, but he like opens it up, takes a scoop, puts it right in his mouth, and then takes his water.
Yeah.
And then swishes it in his mouth, and then drinks it. I'm just like.
Bro, he's gonna give himself a heart attack, bro.
Is this like the advanced tech I didn't know about? What's going on here?
Yeah, right?
The quick way, I guess? I don't know.
That guy's gonna die.
Like, it's a quick way, I guess, to just get it all in and then just go? I don't know.
If you think about it, because I probably pour a lot of pre-workout down the drain whenever I'm like, when my latest fill of it, if I haven't filled it up and I like get home and I just like dump it and then like clean my bottle and whatnot. I probably like waste a lot. So maybe that's just like the most efficient, cost-effective way of doing
Do
it.
you make sure that you don't
You
waste
ensure that
any?
it's all going into your body, so you're just like, just put it.
As long as you don't puke it up afterwards or like
I
choke on
watched
it.
like a whole video on this, and they're saying like some chick got like a heart attack from doing that crap. Whether it's I don't know if she works out a lot or just overall her body's not as or able to withstand that, because that's like a stupid amount of times more than the recommended. How like that? What was it? It was like one of those the dry scooping things. It was like 4 to 8 times more. It's like drinking like 16 cups of coffee in like one. I don't know what the number is. It's something stupid though. But it's like, imagine chugging all that coffee and then you get like that. You get seriously like wired, and she got a heart attack. I mean, she's fine. She survived or some crap, but it's like, dude, that's dumb. That's like, this is the more lethal version of when we had the cinnamon challenge, like years and years ago.
Oh yeah.
At least the cinnamon one was like, dang, you guys are dumb. Ha 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 ha. But no one died. And now this is like, dude, I'm about to give myself a heart attack. I don't know if you have that too, Tam, when you do pre-workout, but like you really feel like
not really
everything.
I feel like I'm at equilibrium. I don't feel especially energetic, but I don't feel like I want to just like fall over either.
Okay, so I feel like you just didn't overdose like other people.
No, I don't. I never go too hard on.
That's
pre-workout.
That's probably why. Because like some people like do that and they can't freaking feel their face or some crap. I don't know. I'm just like.
But yeah, so
look it up.
Kirata, you got the protein shaker and the frisbee.
And resistance bands. What am I resisting? I don't know, because I'm resist.
Anyway, anything else happened with your 2 weeks?
You were about to finish that joke, but then you were laughing so hard at your own joke you couldn't finish it.
Yeah, he does that
it's
every
so funny
single
to me
time.
that I don't have to finish the joke. You know what I mean?
Dude, you do that on your stream as well with like the jokes you've been saying for the past year. Like I've never been able to watch you like finish your own joke for your subs, and it's just like, man. Yeah,
it's great. It's great.
You're way too proud.
Yeah, because hear me out. I freaking think I'm funny, so of course I'm gonna laugh. I don't know how like people can tell their joke and just so funny, guys, or just like watch it. You know what I mean? Like even if you watch like comedians on stage, you'll see them break character and they'll laugh at their own jokes. I just can't get the punchline out sometimes because I think it's freaking hilarious. I don't know anything else. I haven't really looking around my room trying to remember. It's all a blur now.
Have you had too much pre-workout?
Did I do anything?
You're just taking his pre-workout through the butt.
Oh, I'm about it.
It goes right to the liver.
It's butt chugging. It's butt chugging now, right?
Yeah, it goes right to the liver.
Pre-protein, dude. I gotta try this now. I heard that you can do that with drinking, but I want to try this with like pre-workout. Now.
I think your butt would like explode off of your body.
My butt would have a heart attack.
The heart inside your butt. Yeah, your butt would have a heart attack.
Yeah. Dude, my balls, bro, about to burst. I'm telling you, man, that I'm literally never gonna forget that.
You're not gonna let us forget it.
You know what was great though? Last night I had a dream, in that dream, somebody from work came up to me going, "Hey man, I need you to do this crap." I go, "Bro, it's Saturday. I fell asleep on the couch here at work, but it's Saturday. I don't work today." It's like, "Yeah, man, but I need you to do this." And I freaking like looked at him, said I didn't want to work, and I flew away.
Oh,
why did that get me?
I don't know. I have this little like plastic bag from the shop. I went
imagining the scenario where it's like worker Andy walks up to you. He's like, "Hey, you gotta work," and you're just like, "No,
I don't want to."
No, man, you're thinking I gotta do the bird thing, bro.
Just gracefully fly away.
No, you just gracefully like. Wait. It's like this. It's like this. Hold on. Ready? It's like.
Oh no!
What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me?
It's like.
What are you doing? I'm scared now. Is he gonna like fling me off the
it's like this. It's like Kirata. Say no.
No, I don't wanna.
And
wait, I need the Superman theme song.
Oh, he's going quicker.
Oh my god, dude. I'm going.
I'm gaining some altitude.
For context, for People just listening. Tam is doing the funny, wacky editing stuff to Kirata.
Yes, video editing magic.
I'm making him fly.
Fly like a bird.
Okay.
Excelsior. I haven't said that in so long. Oh my god.
Jeez.
I gotta play that game again.
So
That's my week though.
that was quite an eventful week. How about you, Forrest?
What have I done?
What have you done? What have you done?
What did you do?
I don't know.
Tell us.
So Animal Crossing came out with their new trailer because it was teased at with the Nintendo Direct, and now they finally came out with all the information. So I'm very excited. I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing the past few days. Been getting back into it, and I'm kind of just staring at my island, and it's just like I hate it. I want to destroy everything. I want to start over.
That's the thing with Animal Crossing is a lot of it is like just people strutting their stuff on Twitter and just be like, look at my fancy island that I spent 50 hours on. Y'all should feel like shit.
Well, it's like you can even I did this the other day, where it's like you can do the dream thing and you can visit someone's island, like in a dream. And I started visiting different islands, and it's like, wow, my island sucks. Like, these people put such hard work into it. I never managed to get 5 stars on my island. I gave up before then, but I want to try and do that before the new DLC comes out, which I think it comes out. Yeah, let's do it.
I think it comes. Animal Crossing.
I'd be down.
Terraform multi-stream. Let's go. Oh my god.
But no, so I think that's coming out on like early November, like the 5th or something. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. I don't know if I'm gonna get the DLC, like the proper happy, was it Paradise Home DLC?
Happy Pappy Parappa the Rapper.
Something like that.
Love that game.
You're not far off. But yeah, so I'm really excited for all that. I've been playing more Final Fantasy, been playing more Monster Hunter, the good stuff.
Oh, finally, you started Monster Hunter, huh? Wow.
Oh my god, I know.
How is that game?
Obviously, played the demo. We'll talk about that later. And yeah, I've been working on Final Fantasy.
You started Luigi's Mansion, right?
Yes, I did stream that a few days ago.
Is that for Halloween?
Yeah, because I'm too much of a wuss to actually play scary games.
Hey, Luigi's Mansion can be pretty scary, can't it?
Yeah.
I mean, look at Dr. Egad.
It's just more fun to like just do his voice because he always goes suk suk, and it's just like a lot of fun to copy.
Suk suk.
Suk suk.
What's he asking of Luigi then? I don't like this Egad guy.
He look like a turnip.
He looks like a pumpkin.
He does.
No, it looks like an egg.
Oh wait, it does look like an egg.
But yeah, so I only played for like 3 or 4 hours or something, and I'm already like, I feel like I'm already halfway through the game or something. But yeah, no, the game was a lot of fun to play. I'm really excited to finish it and everything because I'm really bad at finishing games on stream as well, and I actually plan to hold myself to this time. Regardless of what I've said in the past. But otherwise, we did have a Discord night the other night where we watched Coraline.
That's the Tim Burton, right?
Yeah. So I think next movie that I want to watch with everyone is Corpse Bride because that's actually my favorite Halloween movie.
I like that one.
That was Johnny Depp.
Yes.
I think Johnny Depp voices one of the characters, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember because people were freaking obsessed with the aesthetic of that movie.
Yep. But yeah, no, so that was a lot of fun last night. It was watching Coraline, it was like, oh my god, this freaking movie is creepy. I don't remember it being this creepy. So
I've never seen that one. But
really? It's a good watch.
Tim Burton, he does some good animated stuff. So that's where that meme of like the guy who's like tired at his computer comes from, right?
What was that, sorry?
You know the meme of like the guy in front of his computer with like glasses on, and he's like really tired.
Mm-hmm.
Is that from that movie?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I never knew where that came from, but okay. Well, mystery solved then. I guess I don't have to watch the movie. See?
Well, there you go. Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
What movie were we watching?
Coraline.
Yeah.
Or not watching.
I don't remember. I don't remember anything, man.
But yeah, no. So that's pretty much my week.
I played more Metroid Dread. That game is amazing. Probably.
You're talking heavy about that the other podcast too.
Yeah, it's probably my game of the year. I mean, it is phenomenal. And I think it's like just the right length for me as well. It's well paced. It controls really well. There's nothing I can say right now that I haven't already said. But it's just it's a good game. Game good.
Game good.
Game good. That's all I have to say about Metroid Dread. Like, game good. It's like I couldn't recommend it any more than I already have. If you aren't playing it, then you just don't want to play it, I guess. But like, it's so good, and I love it. I love the way they portray Samus, and I love the controls, the environment.
I do want to play, but it's expensive.
It is expensive. Okay, so like, that's the only opinion I've had of this game that's changed. Originally, I was like, I think $60 is a little steep. Playing through it more, I'm like, you know what? This game plays like it costs $60. You know? It's like thing, I could feel the budget through like the controls, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't feel cheaply made. It feels very refined. Everything is very explicit. It's like just a really solid design, and they knew what they were doing, and all the moving parts work together in tandem beautifully. It's a very well-oiled machine that has the appearance of like a budget game, but in reality, I don't know. Mm-hmm. That's the best way I can describe it, really. That's the best way I can describe it. It's like, I don't know. It's like a 5-star Michelin chef meal, but like they made like a tiny dish for you. So it's like you just consume that, but it's like the best tiny dish that you've ever had. The best strip steak you've ever had. I don't know.
Oh man. The best steak I've ever had, though?
That was not a question.
No, but I gotta tell you about it.
Okay.
No, but I think it's like self-explanatory that so many people are still streaming the game, even though it's been out for like what, over a week now.
I mean, it hasn't been out for that long, so.
Even still, I mean, like.
Yeah, it's a lot of people are calling it like the best Metroid game ever made, which is high praise because Super Metroid is right there, looking in from the window, going, "Hey, what the fuck, guys?" Huh? Because Super Metroid for a while was considered like one of the best games of all time. Honestly, I'm not even exaggerating about Super Metroid there. But I mean, people were saying Metroid Dread's like the best one, and I'm like, oh my fucking god! As someone who isn't that invested in Metroid Dread is enough for me to be like, hell yeah, I'm in.
You're stuck.
I'm stuck. Sorry, trapped. What else did I do? I did the usual FF14 rating stuff, and then played more Rise, which I guess we can get right into the Rise discussion.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'd be down.
You guys want to talk about Rise? Let's start. We can start with
good, bro.
Well, let's start before we talk about the PC stuff. Let's start with the event quest that they just released.
It's trash, bro. No, I'm
No, the event quest. I mean, it's like usually we like just kind of touch on the event quest and then move on. But like for this one, it's kind of a little more significant because it's like the first time we're able to fight Ibushi without any weird stuff attached to it. There's no rampage. It's not part of the All Mother fight. Yeah. It's just literally just like fight Ibushi at the Coral Palace. Done. Not only that, but the event quest drops Kamura tickets too.
I've heard that.
Yeah, and
man, that would have been great to know Years ago when we needed them.
Years ago when Monster Hunter Rise was announced and we needed the Kamura tickets then.
Yep.
Yeah, great.
No, but like, I
Awesome.
mean, I feel like the recent event quests have been like, they've been really kicking it up a notch. They started as these like really like, just fight a single Tetranodon for like an emote where you poke your butt or something, and now it's like hell yeah, double Apex Diablos, fucking all sorts of Apex monsters, fucking finally fight Ibushi solo. And then you have like the better, like the more refined, the high quality collabs, I guess. Next month we're getting the Sonic one.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
Oh,
When's
Karate, what's on your mind? You look dissatisfied.
Game's been out since May, June, July,
March.
September.
It came out in March.
Months? We had 6 months of this game now, right?
I think so.
It's 8 months maybe, and it took them 8 months to put one monster quest that we haven't been able to fight Ibushi
I know
in a regular quest for 8 months.
It's very long overdue, right?
Yeah, like obviously from the game standpoint, yes, but when you think about it, it's like it's COVID. They worked on Monster Hunter Stories 2, different team, I know, but still the same, stuff. They're working on the PC release.
Excuses.
Well, freaking I don't know.
I'm gonna work on these and see how I like the quest themselves, because I just want to fight the thing itself and see.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you get with this quest. It's just like you and Ibushi. Well, unless you have other people on your squad, but like, I mean, it's just you and Ibushi fighting in the Coral Palace. No gimmicks.
Hey boo.
No Narwa coming in to eat her husband.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
just fight the monster. And it's permanently there now. So.
Mm-hmm. You ever want to play together again, Tam? Not so I can blow you up, obviously. I'm just wondering if you want to play.
Our schedules never line up anymore.
Well, when I get home, oh yeah, you're ending when I get home.
Yeah, or I'm like asleep.
I forgot. Yeah.
It would have to be like a weekend thing. We'll talk brass tacks later.
Yeah.
About more hunts, because like I mean like playing more Rise recently. It's just like, man, I forgot how good the gameplay of this game was. Like honestly, I like. If they combined like the styles of GU with Rise's foundational gameplay, I think that would be the best Monster Hunter combat ever.
The only thing I want in this game are more switch skills.
We're gonna get that with Sunbreak probably, like undoubtedly.
I hope so. I hope that's the new mechanics that they're talking about, because that'd be dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I you can't have a screen saying, "Oh, choose whatever switch skills you want," and not make me think like, "Dang, you telling me 8 months?" And we still have only 1 to 2 skills per thing. Come on, bro. Like, come on. We know. Like, you could give it a little more juice, and like...
That's a topic we could talk about in like the future, about like what new switch skills do we think should be added to the game.
Lion's Maw.
I mean, we kind of have. Well, we kind of have Lion's Maw already with Greatsword.
So I want that flame effect.
And you want your eyes to glow red.
Yes,
too. I guess it would be like an improved power sheath. I think that's what they would probably call it.
Yeah, power sheath is a thing, but it doesn't hit the same,
No.
Yeah, that's the spiral slice.
Flaming aura. You're gonna miss it.
I think
you're gonna do what we did on that Thunderlord for Skoy, and just freaking
yeah.
Or like, what's the one Greatsword Hunter art where like they jump up in the air and then do a slash?
Moonbreaker.
Moonbreaker.
Yeah, Moonbreaker. I want that.
That one's cool.
And here's one that I thought about for Gunlance is replace your Wyvern Fire with anti-air what is it called?
Air flare.
Anti-air flare. Yeah. So it's like you either get a choice of anti-air flare on a shorter cooldown or Wyvern Fire.
Ooh, that'd be really nice.
Like that. That's like you need to look at the moves of the weapons and be like, okay, which one can they like just swap out with another move as like a switch skill,
Dude, imagine fortress walls in Rise, bro.
I could imagine them adding some type of fortress walls for like lance, or maybe even like heavy bowgun,
I would be an absolute monster with fortress walls.
Man,
because here's the thing with Greatsword, right? You do fortress walls as a switch skill,
mm-hmm.
and then you hit that power sheath, you're gonna do some like you because you don't have to roll. If you just power sheath, you're moving forward and you get the buff. And then you just pick your shot. That'd be freaking nasty. Or if it's your charge blade, you could just take these hits without even needing a guard point.
Yeah.
You just go in.
You just just like walking through like flames or something with like the fire just parting around.
Sword with fortress walls. You just never get knocked out of anything.
Long sword.
Oh, that'd be disgusting.
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 Oh man.
Or like a spiral slice on dual blades.
On great
Although it's like, but like it replaces like your Actually, no, just make it a hunter art. Make it replace the freaking what is it? The one wire bug art where you like stab a little thing and then.
The kunai and then you hit the monster.
I kind of like that move though.
I like it too.
Or even replace the adept dodge one. I don't know.
I like that one too. That's valid dual blades for me, and valid dual blades is really
because the thing about the switch skills and the wire bug arts is like they can't just add them to the game. Like they always need to replace them with like, or like it needs to be swappable with something else.
Yeah, buffs and nerfs. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think though.
That's why
I remember.
That's why insta block on Lance has such a tight window.
Yeah.
So it's like if they ever add like the Valor parry to the beginning of the Spirit Slash combo for Longsword.
The shield slap?
No.
Oh no, for Longsword. For
Longsword, yeah. If they ever add the parry for Valor, if they ever add that, they would probably make the window for the parry like extremely tight.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to worry about Valor mode management anymore, you know?
That's true.
I don't think that they would introduce Valor though, and
not Valor, but like just the parry at the beginning of the Spirit combo.
Oh, like as a switch, or just for a Spirit combo. Yeah.
To be able to be able to do the counter, I would at least like you to have at least like 1 or 2 gauges though, so you're not just like spamming it from the get go.
Well, it's like the thing is, I think they would just like severely cut down the activation window of it. Yeah. Like make it weaker, but like you can use it whenever you want. You know, something like that. That might be, I don't know. That might be a bit busted. I don't know. I mean, that's not my job to.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to think of like how do you balance like a counter that you can use always, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean,
so like, just, I don't know.
They can do like I said with like Adept Lance, they just made the insta block window like very tight, tighter than it ever was in GU. Yeah, to the point where I don't even mess with insta block because I'm not good enough to use it. But like, if you see someone who's good with insta-block, you're like, this person played Adept Lance.
Yeah.
Totally. And they are so good at timing this. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, that was the Rise event. But I guess we can move on to, let's see, what do you guys want to move on to next? Because there's a few things with the PC version that we can talk about. I guess we can talk about the
demo. I mean,
let's cover the confirmation that there's no crossplay and cross save.
Yeah.
Because Capcom made a tweet. Yeah, you can. Yeah, why don't you?
Well, yeah. So obviously, a few weeks ago, they came out with a survey where one of the questions, like it was based off of their TGS showcase and everything. So they asked some standard questions, and then I think there was a question of like, what would encourage you to purchase Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, and crossplay and cross save were both on there as options that you could choose. And as far as I know, most people that I know selected that. And then, the official Monster Hunter Twitter came out with saying we unfortunately will not be able to implement crossplay and cross save at this time for Sunbreak. So, yeah, no, it's not going to be a thing. But I'm glad that they were at least able to respond and say, we have heard, we've seen your responses.
It's the smartest thing they could have done in that regard for, because, and here's the tweet here. Let me pull it up.
Yeah.
I'll give the exact wording here. It's, make it bigger. Yeah. We've heard your requests for cross save and crossplay for MH Rise and Sunbreak. But unfortunately, after looking into it throughout the development process, we found we are unable to implement it at this time. As always, we appreciate... Oh, no. Not at this time. This time. That very big distinction there.
Yeah.
As always, we appreciate your continued feedback and support.
Yeah.
So,
Next
you know
one?
what?
Next one?
You know what this tells me?
Mhm.
This tells me crossplay and cross-save were never planned for Rise.
Yeah.
Not for Rise. no.
The survey question is 110% meant for Monster Hunter 6.
Yep.
Mhm.
Like, because I don't, apparently Rise wasn't even like going to be on the PC. It was originally released as like a Switch exclusive. And then after like continued demand for a PC version, they later were like, all right, we're gonna release a PC version in early 2022. The reason why the delay is there is because we weren't planning on making the PC version.
Yeah.
And you can definitely see the shift in Capcom, because like recently the CEO also said they want to focus more on simultaneous PC and console releases because they've now realized the power that releasing games on PC has for their wallet.
Do you think that
Oh,
they're
yeah.
gonna do it at the same time though? I feel like the way they do it now already makes them the more money. You
Console
release
first
on
and then
everything
PC.
console first, people get mad, and then once PC goes out, they're like, ugh, I guess I'll buy it, or oh god, I can finally buy it on the thing I want it on.
Or they're like me and they
I feel
double
like it's
dip.
both. Well, that's the thing. They would
Yeah.
double dip because they had no choice to buy it there
Yep.
on the
That's
Switch.
true.
And that obviously encourages buy a Switch to even play the game.
I mean,
And then
yeah.
after that, it's finally it's on the PC. You don't have to touch the Switch anymore. But guess what? It's already $60 to
Yeah.
$260 you already spent. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Yeah, like the most business savvy move for them would be to always release the console versions first and then release the PC versions. But obviously the most consumer friendly would be release a simultaneous release. But obviously we won't know until Monster Hunter 6 is announced. But I find the wording here for looking into it throughout the development process, we found we are unable to implement it this time. I found that wording to be kind of interesting because they were definitely trying to put it into Rise, probably as they were making the PC version.
Yeah.
But just couldn't. But then they wanted to gauge how much people actually want this feature to see if they, like for the next release, if they actually should invest the money into it. So I definitely think this is like, obviously bad news for Rise and people who were hoping for crossplay. Like, fingers crossed for next time. But like, this is good from a PR point of view, I think, because it does communicate we are definitely working on cross-save and cross-play for the next Monster Hunter game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if you want to look at the bright side of things, then you have that to look forward to. But like, yeah, unfortunately for people who are hoping to, carry over their progress from the Switch version over to the PC, that's, better luck next
I feel
time.
like Nintendo did the same thing where they were asking for like years ago. I think Sakurai talked about this for like Kingdom Hearts and like Sora coming out.
Mhm.
That they had this whole poll a long time ago, years ago, where like, oh, what characters would you want to see in Smash? And
Mhm.
then they never released the results of the poll, but a lot of those characters actually did end up going in Smash, and one of the highest rated being Sora. Freaking boom! And then they finally said, yeah, that was why. And then we used that to choose who we wanted for to come to Smash as a whatever the Smash Pass for the DLC character.
Yeah.
I guess this is the same thing where they're kind of like, let's put a poll out and see what they think, and then obviously
Yeah.
they let we let them know.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like demo
Yeah.
surveys aren't like exactly a rarity.
They're not the end all be
But
all,
it's nice. It's nice when a developer just like straight up comes out and it's like, "Hey, we've looked at the survey results and we could tell that you guys really want this feature, but unfortunately, we can't implement it." I really appreciate that level of transparency. Like instead of saying like because they could have said nothing, but then what would happen? Every Twitter post would just be flooded with comments of like, "When's crossplay? Where's
Well,
crossplay?"
People are still doing that anyway, but instead they're
Oh, I'm
saying like,
sure.
"Oh, Capcom doesn't care about us. They just want our money." And like, blah blah blah, and they're just making me spend more money on the PC and
the flagrant lack of empathy after this tweet from Capcom. That the flagrant lack of empathy that people have, like, it boggles my mind. It really confuses me as to, like, how can you be that much of an asshole? Like, I mean, if they didn't have this tweet out and they never said
anything about
crossplay, then, like, yeah, I can kind of understand. I mean, you're still being a little dick, but I can understand where you're coming from. But like, now it's like, what more do you want? Other than
the fact that they covered, like, well, confirmed that, you know, they're listening to us. It's really nice.
So, and I think, I guess this can segue into the PC demo in general, which Forrest and I have played it. Kirata, I know you haven't tried the PC demo yet, but Forrest, why don't you?
But I've been watching it.
Yeah, Forrest, why don't you give your thoughts on your experience with the PC demo?
Amazing.
Nice.
Like, really smooth. It runs perfectly.
Like, did you try, like, keyboard and mouse controls at all?
No.
Okay.
You'll be able to talk about that. I only stuck to my PS4 controller.
Don't do it.
So what
keyboard mouse hunters are different, bro.
So, like, in terms of, like, your PC, the PC that you play at, you play off of a laptop, right?
Yep.
So how'd the game run on your laptop?
Perfectly fine. Like,
while streaming?
I wasn't streaming, but I was sharing my screen at one point.
Well, Discord sharing is always going to be one thing, but I wonder more about streaming it at the same time on your laptop, at least.
I could try it. I haven't really had the inspiration to stream it. I was planning on doing it one day, but then it's like, I'm just playing the same demo I already played. I don't feel like running Magna Mellow for like 5 hours.
Like,
so
I did like one.
Yes, I know, Karate. You played it 8 hours. I know. Freaking, I don't have that inspiration and motivation.
Are you gonna do that again, Kirata, with the PC demo?
9 hours of failing Magna, dude. I don't know, man. That was hard. That took like a really big mental toll on my psyche, bro. Going, I can't tell if this game's hard or if I'm just bad at the game. And here's the thing. It's a demo, so I know I'm just bad at the game.
Well,
but
I mean,
when I looked at Kanta taking 1427 on the Magna himself, I was like, okay, maybe it's not just me, but dear God, bro. I was so sad. I was like, oh my God, how can I not do it just once with these dual blades, bro? I'm going in. And I think I'm doing okay, but it's like it's still not enough. And I'm like, oh man,
it's meant to bust your balls, man. It's okay.
Yep.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Hey, as long as you can get it down to blue skulls, you know what?
I don't even remember if I did. I think I did, but I don't remember if I did.
You probably did. Knowing you probably
did it from my memory, bro.
Wait, did you finally end up killing it though?
Not in the demo, no.
Oh, okay.
So maybe this time around, who knows? And it'll look really nice when I do it.
Did you mess up? Did you mess with much graphic settings, Forrest?
A little bit, not like super much, but I do remember that I turned up everything like as much as I could at one point, I think. And yeah, it still runs fine. The game, it feels different. It just all flows so smoothly. And I love it.
From the little bit gameplay I have seen though, man, like
we started
Mizu?
we started on Mizu, and it's so much fun. It was just like playing it again. It's like I really want to play my like Switch version, but it's like I'm also gonna be sad because it doesn't look the same.
That's the experience. That's the exact experience I had.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like I've been having a lot of fun just going against Magna Mellow again. It's like, even though it's a little bit like, oh my God, this is stressful and hard, and freaking why did that one shot me? But like, nah, it's just like I'm just really freaking excited for the full game. I'm definitely gonna be playing it when it comes out.
Hell yeah.
So,
and are you gonna consider that your main version, or is like?
I don't know yet, because I really want to gauge like kind of the most important thing when streaming Monster Hunter for me is being with my friends and being able to play with my viewers. So it's like maybe I'll run a poll at one point or something, or I'll ask my community like, are you guys double dipping? Should I stick to my Switch version? Should I stick to my PC version? Because like that's my most like that's what I really want to focus on. I really want to be able to just play with others.
Right, yeah.
So I don't know. It's like when I know for PC, I'm gonna be I'm just gonna be focusing on playing with others. Especially, I have at least one person I'm gonna be playing with a lot. So,
and you've played Iceborne for a bit on PC, right? Or is that your main? That wasn't your main version, right?
No.
Okay.
I wanted to make it my main, but at the same time, it's just kind of like I don't have the motivation.
Right, and so I'm guessing you didn't really dip into mods much in Iceborne.
Not really.
Okay.
I used the OP weapon mod to get through the story. And then I was just like I'm not having fun because everything's dying in one hit. So I finished the game and then I lost
motivation. You played
motivation.
yourself. Congratulations.
Yeah, literally. But I actually do kind of like I've been thinking recently that I do want to return to Iceborne on a new character and play through because I haven't had the most fun playing Monster Hunter World on stream in the past. So I definitely want to give it another go, but we'll see. We'll see where things take us.
You want to do another file, of course?
Yeah.
A Farcasters file of all three of us?
What?
Yeah, I'd be down. I'll freaking...
All three of us?
I hate the game, but I'll do it.
Let's do it.
We all have to pick weapons we don't know, though. We have to pick weapons that we normally don't play.
I know every weapon, though.
We'll pick one for you.
I know how to play every weapon.
We'll pick we'll pick a weapon for you. I'll have to go like light bowgun or heavy bowgun.
Oh, you're gonna freaking do sword and shield hits only then for world. You're done.
I mean, if it was for Rise, that'd be perfectly viable. Because the shield hits like a truck in Rise.
That's why I was like, no. For world, no. You're only shield only. You can miss half your hits.
I mean, at least
only, but only the shield. You're only allowed the guard point.
So you can play greatsword, but you can only kick with it.
Oh, I'm on it.
In terms of the PC demo, though, I think I had a pretty similar experience to Forrest. So I did try keyboard and mouse. And actually, let me see if I can find when I was trying to set up the controls for it. So like immediately with the demo, I immediately jumped in with light bowgun because I wanted to test out the keyboard and mouse controls. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. My biggest complaint is that they make it pretty vague about how the mouse wheel functions. In that when you're setting what your mouse wheel does, you can't do it in the button binding. So like when I was going to the key binding and trying to set up like switching ammo by scrolling up and down.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
It was like you can't use that. And I was like, what? What you had to do is you had to back up because there's a whole other menu selection about what your scroll wheel does. So for like a solid 5 minutes, I was confused as to why I wasn't able to do the scroll up and the scroll down for my buttons. But I play KB&M on Iceborne for the bow guns and bow. I use controller for like all the melee weapons. But I use keyboard and mouse for the gunning weapons and the bow. And it's really good. It's really fucking good. There's a lot of customization. You can set your sensitivity if you need to. I haven't tested on whether or not the game detects any function buttons above F12. I know certain games just don't know what to do if you set F13 through F24 for buttons. I know FF14 just straight up doesn't recognize F13 through F24. I think Monster Hunter World and Iceborne do recognize those function buttons, so that's good. So I'd imagine Rise probably does as well.
Probably does.
But you can see right here, it's really communicative when it's like, hey, you already have this button bound on something else. It'll put like a red X over it.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really friendly in that regard. So you're not accidentally like overlapping stuff that you don't intend to. It might take some finagling to find something that I'm comfortable with. Because like the way I had it set up in Iceborne was like perfect in terms of like how I like pulled out my clutch claw while I had my gun out and stuff like that. But obviously Rise is a completely different beast because you have like the wire bug and your wire bug skills and stuff to bind. I think my favorite part about using KB&M on specifically the ranged weapons is the degree of control you have with the mouse when aiming. Because you can do some shit with keyboard and mouse on gunning weapons that you can't do with controller unless you set your camera sensitivity on controller really high. Which most people don't do because that would just like you would just lose
Really
control of your character. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But like, I mean, I've given this example before of like, you're like aiming at a monster and then they jump over you, and like you can just perfectly track where they're going over you because of like the way you can like move your mouse. It's borderline. I can see Kirata shaking his head because it's borderline cheating.
No, it triggered a memory in me where I did the energy blade on Zamtrios.
Okay.
I did it blind. I was closing my eyes and it swung and it jumped up as I swung, and I was like, how did you do that? Like every time I miss an energy blade, and I was like, man, if I was keyboard mouse, I wouldn't have missed that energy blade.
That's the thing is that like mouse control is like 110% better at moving a cursor or camera than a right analog stick. I'm like. It's not like a situation in fighting games where it's like fight stick versus a game controller, because like you can be equally good at both. But like for shooters, and I mean this is kind of like a light shooter when you're playing light bowgun or heavy bowgun, because it's like it controls kind of like a third person shooter, but like not really.
Yeah.
But the aiming principles are still there, and when you're using a mouse to control your aim, I don't know. I just think it's better than using a right analog stick. So I was having a lot of fun testing that out, having a lot of fun playing around with that. Performance is really good. Like I don't think I ever dipped below 100 frames per second. I was playing at 120. Does it say there
in the demo?
What was that?
Does it say that somewhere in like the screen for the demo?
No, but it's from Steam, so you can set like you can have like, because I know in Steam you can like have like a little setting where it's like it puts
an FPS counter. Yeah.
So you can just do that.
I forgot where to set that up though. I know it's a thing, but I completely forgot.
Yeah, it's somewhere in that Steam options menu. But it's silky smooth. It's silky smooth. I can't wait. Really? I've been playing it off stream every now and then just to de-rust on some things, and also like refine how I want my keyboard and mouse controls to be. And reportedly the game wasn't saving people's settings, like the demo wasn't saving people's settings after they exited, but I confirmed that that's not the case at all. Like it totally saved my settings, so I don't know what
I don't know what they did with their game, but no, it saves mine as well.
Did you I mean they probably have like some script on their Windows where it's deleting like auto-generated config files or something.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know.
I've seen like the graphic glitches on like the weapon selection screen, which is always funny.
I saw someone streaming it where it was like their character was like blinking in and out of existence.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard stories of people crashing on startup as well, which that's just typical of PC games in general.
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys play with viewers on the demo?
I did play with viewers.
There's no stupid if you have like 3 friends on your Steam list, you're gonna lag like crap.
Nope, I did not notice any so here's one where I was playing with other people. Yeah, I did not notice any noticeable FPS drops at all. So
that would have been so funny.
Maybe or maybe it's because I don't have enough friends on my friend list. I don't have any friends on Steam.
No friends, bro.
I don't understand, Kirata. The demo runs fine for me.
Yeah.
Oh, that must be nice being alone. Oh my god, that was so funny.
Yeah, but that's PC. There's not much else I can say about the PC demo because it's like it's all stuff that we've already done before. It's just now it's
I don't know.
smoother.
It looks really good.
It's
like
just
it.
kind of it's fun to be able to like I've gotten the chance to be able to catch up with old friends as well through this, and it's just kind of like to play this again and like kind of go in and be super excited to fight the Magnum Mallow and then get destroyed in like 2 minutes. It's just kind of like, man, I just really want to play the full game now. I'm very excited.
January
That hype
12th.
has returned. I know it's coming up.
Before or
be...
after Mag?
Huh?
Magfest? That's after.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to keep that in mind.
That'll be good.
Yeah, not much else I can say about the PC demo. Oh, there is one other thing I want to mention, which I think is kind of interesting, in that so people made an RE engine tools software so that you can easily extract like model data and stuff from games using the RE engine. So people have used this for like Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8, Resident Evil 2, Devil May Cry 5. I forget what the exact tool is called, but it's like RE tools or something like that. And lo and behold, the Monster Hunter Rise demo on PC, yeah, it's totally compatible with that. People were extracting Palico models, people were extracting character models, monster models right from the demo. So it's like, yeah, no, this game is gonna be modded to death on day one.
That's partially the reason why they wouldn't do that from the get-go for the what's that called? The crossplay, because you're gonna get like a super heavily modded Rise player playing with somebody on the Switch, and I don't think it's necessarily just gonna be a compatibility thing. But I know a lot of people don't like the idea of crossplay only because of
PC
like say
players.
not for the toxicity of it, but just because of the sheer amount of dumb stuff you can break the game with.
Well, it's like
a
lot of PC mods are client side only. So it's like if you have like a monster dick mod on your end, no one else
Not everybody will see it.
I think the things that people are concerned about are like one shot mods and shit like that.
Yeah,
which is like
because do you guys remember back in the day when you did like I don't know if you guys played this, but like the what's it called, like the Call of Duty lobbies?
Oh yeah,
yeah. You'd see some absolutely nutty. You can't even play the game. You're just stuck there. They're throwing you everywhere. You don't have any weapon, or so it's something stupid that they can hack like the entirety of the thing for, and you can't do anything. And then obviously the game's not fun because there's so many lobbies of hacked whatevers or modded whatevers that severely, either hinder or alter your gameplay, and it's not as fun. There are some lobbies back then that were like a lot of fun and a lot of cool like zombie whatever mode or something like in Call of Duty, but at least for like something like this or for Rise, like what if they have a mod where they alter the monster itself and it does things that it's not supposed to, or it alters the way that the damage something. I don't know. It's just like there's gonna be a bunch of mods there that you clearly have no power to do other than just abandon the quest,
right?
Because whatever, or they just one hit it and it's like, dang, this was my key quest and I didn't even get to see what the monster was because it's not there anymore. It's got uninstalled.
Dude, I remember back when I first played Monster Hunter Tri, there was this lobby for Skypiercer horn farming for Alatreon.
In which one again?
Monster Hunter Tri on the Wii.
Okay.
Went in the lobby. Dude was just like, don't do anything, I got this. He was just one-shotting it.
Yeah.
He was just one-shotting Alatreon and breaking the horns instantly. So we just did that for like
That's freaking dope.
On the Wii. So it's like
yeah.
I'm just bringing that up because like it's not just PC versions. Like you can come across people with hacked charms in GU all the time.
Yeah, they know how to do
in fact, you've seen it yourself, Kirata, of like players
of
running
like in those hubs.
Yeah, ridiculous numbers on like they're literally wearing no armor and no talisman, and their attack is like true raw of like 1400 or some ridiculous number. It's I like it's not really an issue. It's more abundant on PC for sure because of how much easier it is to mod a PC game than a console game. but it's definitely a thing that still exists regardless of crossplay or not. And when when you do encounter it, it's like 1 in 1,000. You know,
Yeah.
like
maybe not 1,000. I feel like it's a slightly smaller number.
I don't know, but it's like it's a rare enough occurrence to me where it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think it really bothers me personally that much, you know. Or if I ever go into a lobby where someone is like, you know, using some weird one-shot mod or something, I can just as easily just leave their lobby and then like
Yeah, exactly.
you know.
It's not gonna
Yeah.
ruin your day or game.
I
I'm just
think
big on it because it's like first time, or if you're just like, you know, for our time on Rise, we got
Right.
to see everything with no mods, right?
No, yeah,
Nobody's hitting
yeah.
things, one-shotting. So we got that feeling already. So anything after is already okay, whatever.
But
But saying
you're
first impressions for
yeah.
PC players, maybe it's kind of like, you know, if you hopped in a hub and you're just getting carried, you don't even get to see the real monster. It's like, I don't know. I don't find that as fun. Maybe it's just me, but like, you know, I don't find it as fun if like players are just, you know, I can have people who are good at the game and just absolutely nuke things and then stand in awe. I can do that easily. But there's also a part of me that's like, dang, why aren't I doing that? Or, you know, like being efficient. Or why am I still playing with these guys who are clearly not allowing me to enjoy the game? Because like
Right.
I don't want to sit there to watch them hit the monster. That's not why I play these games. It's to play together. So, you know, even when I'm in like a lower rank hub, I'll scale down if they want me to. If they want to get carried, I'll carry them, but that's their experience.
You're just
But I
valuing
try
your
not to
time.
carry them.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. You're just valuing your time. Yeah,
So
it's totally
I
makes
think
sense.
that's partially why, because they, you know, they were already struggling to pump out the game on a console. That's probably why there's also partially a delay, but I'm sure they had that in the works for the PC stuff. But I don't know. I don't know if they want to even do the crossplay just because I don't know. It's hard to say because they do that for a lot of games.
Well, it's like I am 110% fully behind crossplay and cross save.
Yeah.
And I think you are too. Like if you had an option to add crossplay, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I've like gotten into the discussions with people in my chat about like because someone was like, Tam, why do you want crossplay? Like I don't want like PC players to be like, you know, contaminating my lobbies with like their weird like mods that might crash my game and stuff. And I'm like, if that's the reason you don't want crossplay, then I'm sorry, but that's like ostensibly a really selfish reason. Because you think about all the benefits of crossplay and cross save, be it like save transfer or getting to play with more of your friends, getting to play with more people in general. You know, like I think the positives far outweigh the negatives of, oh hey, maybe once in a blue moon you'll come across a PC player with like a one-shot mod or something, you know? It's like I think the problem is like kind of just overblown.
Oh yeah. Again, it's not me saying I don't want it. Like cross save, for sure, I want that there. I want to be able to bring my Switch crap to the PC just so I never have to worry about, you know, all that crap. You know, like having to redo it when I'm already like I played the game. I'm dumping in the hours, but at the very least, if I'm moving to another console, I don't want to like have to redo all that work I just did. So that I'm 100% for. The only reason for crossplay that I'm like iffy is only because I just don't want people ruining experiences for other people. That's the main thing for me.
Yeah.
And you're 100% right about like being able to play with everyone. Like say if like I only have a Switch, but I didn't have a PC to even play games or stream, then of course that's my only ability to talk to you would be through crossplay, and that makes it easier to get to know people.
Yeah, and I think and cross save and cross play go hand in hand. But people have there have been mods where people have managed to crack PS4s and transfer their PS4 saves to Iceborne. So it's like
I'm not doing that though.
I mean, the infrastructure for the PS4 and the Switch are like different. I think the Switch is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is the Switch harder to jailbreak than the PS4?
You'll have to be very careful from what I remember looking into.
Okay.
But you have to be very careful, otherwise you're gonna break that Switch really easy.
And
you're never playing. It's not even a matter of your Nintendo account is shot. It's the actual console that's no, you're not playing from this device again. So you'd have to buy a whole nother Switch for you to maybe hack. So if you did it with like a Switch Lite,
yeah,
fine. But
it's only $50 cheaper, you know.
Yeah, like what the crap, you know what I mean? But if you're doing this for a whole nother Switch, like that's a lot of money to possibly throw down the drain if you mess something up and they see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Was there something you
yeah.
wanted to talk about with like the whole people being opposed to crossplay because of PC players, Forrest?
I don't know. It's just kind of meh. People, just calm down.
Okay.
oh,
I don't know.
Some poor sap out there is going to be
Yeah.
bricking a lot of their Switches in order to get save transfer to work.
Yep.
For Rise on the Switch to PC.
Yep.
Some poor guy is going to be sacrificing a whole platoon of Switches. They're going to have a closet full of bricked Switches.
I think that you can't. I think there's also a thing that, depending on the version of your Switch, if it was like the first wave of Switches, those allowed you the ability to. Not
I heard
the
that
second
too.
wave or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think that's why those first wave of Switches somehow have the ability to do something because they patched it within the later editions of the Switch.
Yeah.
So
Forrest,
I was
was there
like, when I heard about it, I'm like, that's crazy.
Forrest, was there something you wanted to say?
Well, this is just like also something I've been seeing on Twitter recently, due to like FPS as well. Apparently, like someone was showing like a side by side with Mizu's that apparently monsters can get up quicker.
So I saw that. Amadeus posted that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that exact tweet. So turns out what he was comparing was the demo version of Rise on the Switch to the PC demo, right? And he did the exact same setup. The setup was he would Wyvern ride the Mizu and bonk it into the wall, get it knocked down, and then do a full slash combo on it for a head break. And then on the PC version, his true charge slash missed. On the Switch version, it hit because the Mizu got up faster in the PC version.
The frames, right?
Yeah, and he said this might have been due to frames. But then he amended this statement. I don't know if you saw this, but he later went back in and he did it on the full retail version of Rise on the Switch. And the Mizu got up in the exact same time as the PC version did, which means the PC demo is using the updated patch version of the actual game.
Of the Switch.
Yeah, so version. there's no, at least right now that we know of, there's no discrepancy in the timings.
Yeah,
in terms of,
that means they nerfed the motion values as well for the longsword demo.
Maybe, or from
the demo of the Switch to the full release, there was a major. I think there was a major dip in motion values. I could find the list later, but I remember seeing a dip for longsword in like a bunch of
like
its
I think it was like the helm splitter motion values for longsword on the Switch demo were like extremely big.
Yeah,
yeah.
Especially with the multiple slashes and crap like that it already does, it's like ridiculous.
It was too much.
So that's good to hear.
But yeah,
but I was thinking it was going to be frames because I think we talked about this for World at one point, like the consoles or like a PS4 versus a PC. When you do say a piercing shot, the fact that there's more frames to accurately hit the monster through if you do piercing shots compared to the PlayStation, you're getting more damage out for sure on the PC compared to PlayStation, because whether it's lag or whatever, like the frame rate, you might be hitting all 3 hits. Some other times you might be hitting only 2, maybe even 1. You know what I mean? But on the PC, you're more consistently gonna get like those 2s and 3s compared to the console.
Like in this conversation comes up a lot whenever there's PC ports to games, and the PC ports usually run better. In that there are going to be some very minute differences because of frame rate, but the thing you're seeing on PC is how it's supposed to be accurately represented. Like that's the most accurate representation. Powerful. Yeah, it's the most accurate representation of that scenario taking place. Whenever you see a difference between a PC version of a game and a console version of a game, because the PC version of the game is running at more frames, and it's that's how it's supposed to be represented at that frame rate. On the opposite end of the spectrum, you get stuff like Dark Souls on PC. which had people falling through geometry because of how high the frame rate was getting because of the weird spaghetti code that From Software uses for the Dark Souls game. They're still really spectacular games, but the PC ports are like garbage.
All over the place.
I remember there was a bug in, I think, Dark Souls 2. It might have been 1 or 2. I don't know which one it was, but weapons were losing durability twice as fast because the game was literally running at double the frames, and weapon durability was tied to frame rate.
Oh boy.
So the higher your frame rate in the PC version, the faster your weapons lost durability. Could you imagine that? Bro. Could you imagine that in Monster Hunter with weapon sharpness?
Like, I don't want to.
Now the dual blades would be unusable. Bro.
I used one demon dance. I'm down to orange sharpness now. What the fuck?
Dang, my weapon broke, bro. You got anything else?
I got this rocket ship supercomputer specifically to play Rise, and now I can't play it. No, the high IQ move is to cap your frame rate at like 5 frames per second.
Oh man, imagine you buy this really powerful PC just to set the frame rate to 5. But I guess that's the difference too, because consoles are made to be, they're powerful gaming machines with the ability to, I don't know, browse the internet. Well, the computer was made to browse the internet, but it's just a powerful gaming machine. So it has more ability to be like a useful tool rather than just a gaming specific,
it's flexible.
Build.
It's flexible, Everyone has their own Frankenstein's monster of a PC. Speaking of which, Forrest, when are you going to build a PC, huh?
When I get money.
You saving up for one? Are you saving up?
I feel like at this point I'm saving up for so many things.
That's fair.
I've always been saving up, but it's just kind of like other stuff kind of falls into place first. And I mean, kind of like leading up to early next year, I'm gonna be buying some other stuff. So not yet.
What stuff, huh?
None of your business, but
interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Not that I probably can picture what it would be.
Jeez.
Dildos.
What?
What?
Not little Timmy again.
Oh wait, I totally forgot that. Oh, that discussion didn't take place on the podcast.
Yeah, dude. That
was on the podcast.
That wasn't
before we started, bro.
That was the pre-show.
Now people think I'm just weird that I brought up dildos.
It's the pre-show after dark. Tam just went full on 18+ out of nowhere.
I mean, if you want to explain or just leave it there.
No, I'll just leave it there.
No,
you guys can just use your imagination of my obsession of dildos.
Yeah, man. Remember, you got that other shelf in the back on the other wall.
There's a shelf back here with a bunch of stuff, but you guys haven't seen the other wall, right? That I'm looking at right now.
Computer.
The wall that gives me my inspiration every time I like look at it, and I'm like, yeah, this is all worth it.
Yeah, and they're all just nodding with you in agreement.
Yeah, just like flopping in the wind, just like,
Yep.
Yeah, someone said, like, nice of you guys to keep the podcast PG. Like, I don't think you realize what our pre-show is. It's pretty much just, like, sometimes it'll just be us screaming at each other to get it out of our systems for the podcast.
I'm just waiting for me to go live, and then Kirata just has his shirt off.
I would have to be really careful, man. Because it's during the day, I have a shirt on. Once it's night, just done. I'm done. The titties jiggling and everything.
The new Farcasters night hours, guys. This is where we shift the category to hot tubs.
Oh,
we're gonna We're gonna do podcast after dark.
Yeah, podcast after dark. Yeah,
after dark. Mm-hmm. Ooh, wait.
Someone should do like a hunting after dark thing.
We should do a Halloween podcast. You guys are dressed up.
Yeah. What would I dress up as? I don't know what I would dress up as.
I call a cat girl.
So there's let's get some form of order back in here. So there's one thing we actually want to talk about here, Kirata, with you specifically. So last week we did a top 5 monster list. And for me and Forrest. And I don't know if you saw what our list was, but
no, I said, you know what, that second half of the podcast I will not watch just in case. I don't know what point you start, but I was like, I'm gonna leave it there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we didn't start that. I didn't save that list, but if anyone wants a reminder of that, then they can look at that. But we did make a list for you because you weren't here, so we just.
I would like to see.
We just assumed.
Can you show me first what you thought?
Okay, so number 5. I'll reveal what we thought it was gonna be, and then you can tell us what it actually is. Because do you have your top 5 in your head right now?
I wrote it down.
Okay. This is the top. This is the number 5 that we guessed for you. Okay.
No.
We know you so well, man.
So,
I was like, what was our reasoning behind Tigrex, Forrest? Do you remember?
Monster moves quick and hits hard.
Just freaking everywhere.
I think it was more of like we originally had Zamtrios at number 5.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny? That popped up in my head for a second, though. It did pop up in my second. I don't know why, but it did.
But like we were under the assumption it was just a monster that went like batshit crazy. And we thought that was something you would like.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
What's your actual number 5?
Yeah,
though?
what's your number 5?
Of all time, right? This is like not great.
Yeah.
So
of
just like, yeah, okay. Let me count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'll put it in parentheses next to it.
My first choice my 5th choice of my top 5 monsters, Behemoth.
Oh my! Wow, that's a fringe pick.
Yeah.
Holy
so hear me out. Behemoth was this big team fight that was super difficult. I'm thinking Extremeth, but in general, Behemoth was a great fight that really centered around team tactics. That centered around, hey, you need to do this, I need to do this, or we'll be a mix max of whatever. I'll fill in the gaps for whatever you can't do. You do what I can't do. Protect each other, keep each other alive. While this guy sends down a giant meteor, that ecliptic whatever, right?
Yeah.
And the coolest thing is they implemented a move to dodge that into the game. They added a mechanic into the game just for this monster. I was like, dude, that's freaking amazing. The music was awesome. You get to fight that stupid bird before you fight him. The implementation of Behemoth was like one of my top monsters just because he was a lot of fun to fight. Even though scripted, it was still a really fun fight. And it centered around a team working together. And the first time we beat Extremeth, I pulled off the jump and I freaking survived, and that would have been the last cart, and I was like, let's go! It's like so hyped for no reason, bro.
Nice. Okay, we would have never put Behemoth on any of those.
I know. That's what surprised me too. I had to think about it. I was like, dang.
Well, it's just like you haven't played World, have you?
I'm gonna, I'll shoot you later. I'm gonna
come for you later.
But, oh my god, it's so good, man. That feeling after that fight was amazing. Okay, all right. And obviously the armor you get from it.
Yeah, the Draken.
That's more like the emotional content. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's see what you got for number 4.
All right, number 4.
It's already going swimmingly.
Yeah.
What did we put for number 4 again?
We put Zenogre at number 4. I think mostly because of your affinity for doing Thunderlord Zenogre. But I mean, I think Zenogre's a safe choice for anyone's top 5. So we figured Zenogre top number 4 for you, maybe. What's your actual number 4 though?
No. It's Glavenus.
It's Glavenus?
I got Glavenus, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm a big fan of the Blast Boys, but Glavenus takes 4th place because he's got a great sword for a tail.
Duh!
Yeah.
We should have known.
Hold on, I'm shining right now. My freaking sun.
You're absolutely radiant right now, dude.
That was really weird. Okay. The freaking as soon as I wanted to talk about Glavenus.
Lord!
So Glavenus, a really cool monster, great sword for a tail. I was already a big fan of like the great sword and God of Greatsword coming into Gen, and that was my first weapon ever. So when I saw a monster like that, and with the trailer that they give him with the Rathian, it cuts those spikes off the wing. I was like, ooh. And then Hellblade having the massive blast hits. I was like, dude, that's my guy. That's like my favorite.
Yeah.
He was the poster boy, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why did I never think of Glavenus? I know you love
don't-
Glavenus.
I don't know. I mean,
know.
I didn't think of Glavenus because
Yeah, well, yeah.
I just forgot
There's
about
just
that.
one part about
There's
him.
one thing. Two things actually.
Two
Oh,
things.
what's the other one then?
The other one.
The other spike.
There's two big back spikes
that's
that bother
fair.
me.
Okay, that's fair.
That's something that people don't actually know. Is that here? Let me pull it up.
Oh, he's getting his
So like
He bought that one just to tell people, yeah, that's too much.
diagram. Like it's mainly these two spikes right here. These I mean these other spikes are like a little ridiculous too. But like these two right here.
That goes out the way, yeah.
That is just like ostensibly just what the fuck? What are you gonna use those for? Are you gonna shoot lasers out of them like a okay, I'm done.
I hope you realize that this has been an argument that's been going on for almost a year now. Because this was around
Oh man, has it always? Really?
I think it was on Christmas actually,
Christmas,
because
Christmas 2020.
Well, again, I was doing my own Christmas stream, and then suddenly I got some of your viewers coming into my chat saying, Tam's on a tangent right now, stop him, help him. And I just like got a clip of like Tam hates back spikes or something, or the Glavenus back spikes clip, and I was like, what is happening?
The thing is, I like Glavenus. That's just the only thing that bothers me. But then people have overblown it into thinking that like I want to lynch every Glavenus out there.
Yeah, because of that back spike.
Yeah.
How dare they design this guy really cool.
I'll run with that narrative. Anyway,
that's fine.
This isn't about me.
What
this
you
is about
guys
you.
got for number
number
three?
three?
Let's see what you got.
Number 3, we put good old Bracky. Because we know you were talking
on the money. Right on
really?
the money.
That's number 3 for you?
That's
shit!
Because one of my favorite monsters. So
yeah.
I'm happy you guys got it right on the money.
Nice.
But it's number 3.
All right. So Bracky, I know you like raging Bracky a lot, right?
Yeah, so hear me out. A good offense is a great offense, bro. I will take matters into my own hands. I will punch the crap. I will tooth and nail fight at what I gotta do. And when they tell me to use my head, I will literally use my head. That's why I freaking like the guy. The original guy that had Blast, but obviously called Slime. A lot more ridiculous, a lot more powerful and threw you for, Slime. Yeah. And I don't know what it was, but like, say for martial arts or whatever, I'm big on like hand techniques, punching, blocking, whatever. It's my forte. And when I saw a monster just run around and dodge and punch the crap out of you from the corner, it's like, dude, when you played For You, that Apex Bracky, when he just zooms in circles like 90 miles an hour, and you're like, where the crap did he go? And you turn around, you're like, no!
Or like hyper Bracky in GU, where he's just like, doing laps around you.
It is nuts, bro. And then like for stories back in like the first one, they had that little clip montage of like that little boxer, dun 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 dun. I was like, that was way too on the nose, but I was like, I can't lie, I still love it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the raging bracket where literally everything explodes was nuts. I also got into custom quests back into 4U, which allowed me to make one quest. I forgot what I called it, but I had this one little baby Bracky the size of like up to your like kneecap in the game. Right, and it was really cute. He hit like a truck, but you hit him a couple times and it's done. You're like, what the crap? The quest didn't end. I'm like,
wait, so
watch this other massive.
Wait, so the slime puddles that they left were they like to the scale of?
Oh, they were full size, bro.
They're full size. So like
they were full size.
So this tiny Bracky we just punched the ground. And it's just covered in slime now. You can't.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah. Honestly, if you want to whip out our 3DSs later, I'll freaking show you guys. I wouldn't mind showing it because that was such a funny quest. I also had some really stupid quests that didn't work properly, but I got the fun out of it. I tried to emulate a Gammoth at one point with like a massive popo, but it still wasn't big enough once I saw it. I was like, oh, god dang it.
All right.
All right, what we got for number 2, though?
All right, number two. On the theme of punching shit, we put Rajang.
No.
Okay.
Look, I'm like, dang. I'm like, yo.
How do you feel about Rajang? How do you feel?
I love fighting him. I think he's a really good, tough hunt. Much better than the other monkey. but I think he's a really good monster. But definitely not one of my top monsters.
Okay.
At number 2, I have Kuropeko.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Oh,
Because
man.
Kuropeko gives you 3 parts. I had to dink off that stupid nose, not knowing how to upgrade weapons or armor for freaking how long? 49 minutes and 50 freaking 7 seconds. Beep, 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 up until that freaking thing died, bro. I was so heated. And then after that quest, my brother and my friend look at me going, why ain't you could like upgrade your armor and weapons, right? And I look at him and go, I can what? I didn't even realize there was a forge there in the game, and it was such a bad time. But the fact that I pulled through how many quests, hitting everything until freaking 40 something minutes in. Oh man. And then there was that event quest for Kuropeko where it's like 3 tiny Kuropekos, and one of them called in like a Devil Joe, and I was like, dude, let's go. I killed all 4 of them with like whatever, same thing. Like single digit seconds left of that quest. Freaking loved it.
So for
Kuropeko
you,
is such
it's
a great monster because it can heal, it can call other monsters, it can has a really fun fight. Yeah, and has like the buffing thing. It's really neat, especially the Crimson was really cool too. That's why Kuropeko still has a heavy place in my heart in 3U, and I placed him over Bracky only because these are monsters that we don't see anymore since they didn't you bring them back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe Sunburn.
Now, I'm really curious though. At number 1, if you guys put the name of the one thing I hate, I will kill you. I will quit this.
What, like Blanganga?
Yeah. If it was, I would have freaking left the call right now. Never come back.
Okay, so number 1.
Entire part in my server.
Number 1, and people who watched us last week already know what we put at number 1. But number 1.
I have my hand on the disconnect right now. Okay, cool.
Was that it?
No, not even close.
God damn it! I thought for sure it was gonna be Gogmasios because I knew you were talking up Gogmasios.
I do love that monster.
Yeah,
it's not even on your top 5?
Here's the thing: the top monster I picked. If you guys want to change your mind, try and pick one monster.
It's gonna be some dumb shit. I know.
If it's Thunderlord, I'm going.
It's not dumb. It's not dumb. It's not dumb. Each of you pick a monster right now that you like. You think I would like really quickly.
Oh God.
Legaia Chris.
Okay, and then Forrest.
My brain's just running blank. Zamtrios.
We did talk about that later.
We did
earlier. Yeah.
I mean,
first monster at my list. Great Jaggy.
Fuck!
Hear me out.
That was on my top 5.
I thought about
Great
it.
Jaggy was my top monster because you never forget your first beat up monster. You don't forget the Macau, you don't forget the Jaggy. He's the first monster you really learn and fight this thing, and that's the first one that I learned on. And the fact that he's the leader of the pack and calls out the freaking little guy, I freaking love that guy, bro. And the video, I think way back in the day, I don't remember what team, I think it was like Octane or some crap in them. They did like that 4-man gun lance with the bomb when the Jaggy came out into the pit and blew the thing up. I almost cried, and that was one of the moments that really sealed it in. But it was just a great beat 'em up monster, and he was really like fun and like easy to fight, but also there was a bit of difficulty, but I genuinely think that that's like one of my top monsters. Again, a monster they did bring back, I guess, because Macau took that spot and has darn near the same mechanic. But I think that he's like my first impressionable monster because it was like one of the first ones that like really taught me the game. And then obviously it goes from 3U to like 4U to Gen and then back into World is kind of how I set up my tier list. Because 3U, your first impression's big. Then as I played the game more, 4U was like, dude, I freaking love Bracky. Then Glavenus took the cake. And then World really, I had to pick one from everything because I was like, all of them gave me really good monsters. But the impression that they left, Great Jaggy is like, dude, I have my name saved as like Great Jaggy on my friend's phone just because I would see him, I would call him
oh my god.
It was just so much fun, and we would just dick around with the Great Jaggy, and they never brought him back, and I was like, dang, I freaking love this guy.
Even though we have Jaggies and Jakia. Even in Rise. Even in Rise we have Jaggies and Jakia.
But no Great Jaggy. And I was like, I don't freaking get it.
Yeah.
Because they're great.
They even brought back Great Roggy in Rise.
Roggy and Baggy,
Yeah, which were both in for you.
My boy.
I know. It's like even
And
at the beginning of the game when it's like you would get that forecast as well in the forest or whatever, and you would see Jaggy. It's like I gotta go for it.
Mhm.
I gotta go kill one.
To be fair, I also hated the baggie because of the sleep crap. It would,
Yeah.
and then it would like put you to sleep. And then when you kill the baggie in Rise, you get a para weapon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's the thing in
What?
Rise in general, and that like some of the Rathian weapons
Oh,
give
man.
poison, some of them give fire. It's like
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
true.
That's why it just caught me off guard. I was like, okay. Roggy, I'm fine with. He's cool, but Roggy's pretty scary because that a bunch of poison can and with the small amount of small little guys that do that, especially in 3U, they were relentless. The small monsters in 3U.
I love the armor. It's like especially
rock
back
armor-
then.
oh, the cowboy.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah, the
Yeah.
cowboy looks dope. I
Back
forgot what it
then,
looks
it
like
was
for the
just like,
female
dang.
though.
That's my favorite in 3U.
Same.
Yeah.
It just I don't know.
Dang, I'm looking at the list as well, and like if you go from 5 all the way to 1, the armor gets uglier as I go down my list. So my top monster has the ugliest thing, and it keeps going up west. Oh my god! I just looked at it. It's freaking. Oh.
I think I like
So-
Forrest's Nargacuga list better.
Yeah, I saw that was like the thumbnail of the previous video. I was like, I'll give it some
Oops,
time.
all
But
Nargacugas.
yeah,
I made
was
2
funny.
lists. I did a meme list of just like every different Nargacuga leading up.
Okay,
You
I'll give
put
some each
blinking
of you
on there.
5 subs if you can guess what my meme monster would have been.
Your meme monster?
Yeah, I had one monster in mind that I was gonna like. I want thing in mind that I was gonna be like, dang.
Ketchawacha.
Sudeus.
No, it was Benabra.
Oh. I think you mean Bunabra.
Bunahabra. Yeah.
Bunahabra.
But hear me
Bunahabra?
out. Why? Because anybody who's been parried into some sort of cart knows the power of a Benabra.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that Astalos.
I almost wanted to put it at 1, and I was like, no. I'll take this seriously
They're
because that's still
powerful.
technically endemic life.
Yeah. Dude, I had Great Jaggy on my top 5 as well, but it wasn't number 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh dang! I'm gonna watch the rest of the podcast now.
Yeah, I think Great Jaggy was like number 5 or number 4 for me. I forget.
Yeah, it was up there.
Yeah, for me it was like you never forget your first monster. You know.
Yeah, exactly. That's
No,
like
I
I
feel
think
that.
we had the same reasoning for Great Jaggy.
Great Jaggy's just fun.
It is.
Very nostalgic. Because
Very
3U was my first game as well, so yeah.
Mhm.
Oh
that
man.
was really fun though.
You guys were
Yeah.
pretty off though, other than the one.
I mean, we got Bracky at least. Hey, give us credit for
You
Bracky.
got
at least.
Bracky in the right spot, and everything else was just completely off.
What? I would never have dreamed that you actually really enjoyed the Behemoth fight, okay?
Yeah, and look at the sheer difference between the choices. Gogmazios, Great Jaggy. Rajang, Zenogre, Glavinus, okay. At least you're coming to the middle. Tyrix, Behemoth. It's
Look.
such a drastic difference. Oh my god.
Hey! Don't. It is a mispair with Rajang and Kuropeko because Kuropeko is so much more powerful than Rajang, so I can totally understand that.
So, well, but if we had a top 10, would any of these monsters that we put, would they have appeared on a top 10?
Most likely they would have started. I should have went with 10 just so I could have seen what else that would have been there. Probably after this podcast I can come up with it, but I think like at some point I probably would have put Gogmazios, and at some point I would have like obviously put Zenogre and Tigrex. Not sure if I would add Rajang though. I feel like there's a different monster I would add. Maybe like Dalamadur or something would be a cool one.
We were thinking Dalamadur in your top 5, but we decided not to.
Because he was really cool too.
Yeah.
And that was back when I wore the butterfly armor for my female character.
Oh,
Dang, I want to make my butterfly armor for my. I'm gonna make another character on Rise for a female character. God dang it.
Yeah. Well, the PC version is coming out, so you can do it for that.
that's true.
I'm gonna
60
mod the
FPS
crap out of it.
butterfly.
Ooh.
Yeah,
There
you
you
can
go.
love that butterfly.
There you go. What's it called? Ropessa?
Yep.
Yeah, Ropessa. It's
Ropessa,
freaking
yeah.
beautiful. And then I
Mhm.
RGB it. I
There's
freaking
no-
love the
Oh my god,
colors.
there's no RGB yet in
No.
Rise.
Whoa, there's not.
I hope they do. They've done it with every game.
Well, is it only G rank expansions that they do that? No.
No, in
Yeah.
high rank Gen we had it after
Yeah.
the Carcos.
Yeah.
That's not
And then
weird.
even for World, it's like you got it after you completed every high rank, wasn't it? Or every quest? or something.
Yeah, I think it was something to that effect.
Yeah,
Because I
before
remember doing
Mask
like
Rank.
unlocking all those at the same time, where I did like all of those side missions and then whatever that weird arena thing at the end too, to get
Yeah,
those some other tickets that people didn't have, like Sapphire Star ticket. Not some, I don't know. There's some other ticket that wasn't easily attainable unless if you had the quest available. So
Okay.
yeah.
I did everything, and then obviously Iceborne came out, and I went, eh.
Nah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you just never played World, so
Oh,
Oh
totally.
yeah.
Yeah.
Of course,
No,
that's why I would have never. Why didn't you guys think I would like the Behemoth fight?
Well, it
I
didn't
don't
even come
know.
to mind.
Well,
The
cause like I
monster,
don't
right?
know.
It didn't even
'Cause,
come
like,
to mind. Like I did. I
Is that
like
like a? Were you
well,
omitting like sieges and elder dragons or anything? Because I mean, you.
no.
no, it was just thinking more of like along the lines of it's a crossover monster. It's kind of like I don't know, doesn't
Oh,
really follow the series because we think more of like you're really dedicated to the series. You would pick monsters that are like unique to
Well, like
Monster Hunter.
not only that, but like Behemoth literally never entered my mind space at all while we were
Yeah.
making
yeah.
those lists.
Because to be fair, it's like it's a Monster Hunter monster now. It's
Mhm.
in the game. You know what I mean?
And
That's why I was
true.
like thinking about it. I was like, this might be weird, but it is one of my favorite fights.
I remember you talking about Behemoth previously as well. Like talking about how you'd want it, like you thought it was crazy, but you'd want it to return and rise or something.
It would be pretty neat.
I
was
remember you
really
saying that.
excited for
Yeah,
that.
another Final Fantasy crossover.
I
Except
wouldn't
for, like,
mind that as long as I have that stupid Kuluyaka quest thing. I
So
want to fight
annoying.
that thing all the time, bro. I want that to be
So
a quest.
annoying.
That was so much fun.
With the chocobo theme.
Forrest is gonna understand this reference, but like they bring back Behemoth in Rise, but there's like a bunch of towers and
Oh my god.
giant ads who spawn in that try to destroy the craters or the meteors.
The
Yeah.
meteors.
Can't
Yeah.
wait to see what your guys' list is. I'll probably PM you later of like what I think your list will be,
Yeah.
Ooh,
and then
yeah.
I'll I don't know. Do you want to save that for the next podcast?
We can save it
What
for we can
'cause
save
I
that
could-
for later.
I get just for later after off the podcast.
Or like during podcast, but like later in another podcast.
Okay. Yeah, I'm done. I'll write down my thoughts then.
Can you guess what our top number one monsters are? No.
I think Kirata can probably guess what my top number one is, but
No, you
Actually,
definitely
no.
didn't comment it in the YouTube video.
No, totally not.
Yeah. And I think he probably knows what Forrest's number one is.
No, you would never be able to guess it.
Not that thing that you fought like hundreds and thousands of times.
Cracky.
No. I can't believe it's Great
Cracky, of
Macau.
course.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. No, I totally have fought that thing like. Actually, I think I do have like over 100 hunts with it and Geo.
Iodrome? I couldn't believe it. Oh my god.
Bro, I hate that monster.
Iodrome sucks. All
I've
the
been
drone
trying-
monsters suck.
Well,
Is there
I've
a
been
good
trying
drone?
to get the stupid crown for it, and it's just not happening.
We'll do it later. I got you. We can do it later.
Like
Also, top weapons next time.
We could.
We can
Top
create it
weapons?
for each of us. Yeah, well, we think each of us. Yeah, top three. Because I think there's like 14.
I mean,
so.
like that
Yeah.
one's a lot easier to guess just because we've seen each other play. So,
I
like,
can
Damn,
guess
you're
both
always
of your
asleep.
top-
You're always asleep when I'm on.
whatever, dude. I mean, your name on Twitter is God of Greatsword. And you were
Well, who
just
knows what my top one would be?
can't believe it.
You know,
Well, it's longsword. That's a great sword.
Okay, maybe that is a bad idea.
Well, it's just we know each other too well for this.
Top 3 hunter arts, bro, and why you should be using them.
Top 3 hunter arts. The top 2 are absolute evasion and absolute readiness.
One's a mask combiner.
Yeah, and then the third one's mass combiner.
What's the best weapon, and why are you shooting so many pierce shots from it?
Exactly. It's like the best
Oh.
by several magnitudes too. It's crazy. But I think
Mhm.
we'll wrap it up there. A little short today because Kirata has to leave.
I have a
soon.
family thing to do soon.
And we've
yeah.
been trying to trim up the podcast more to be more Monster Hunter focused towards the end, which is why the weekly catch up thing was a little bit shorter. But I figured that, like, you know, if you guys want to know what we're like personally doing, then that's why you can go to our individual streams, you know.
Our what?
That's what those are for. Speaking of those individual streams, do you like that? Kirata,
What?
where can people find you?
Twitch.tv/Kirata-sama.
Forrest, where can people find you?
Twitch.tv/ForestRaider.
And you can find me, Tam, at twitch.tv/TamJamming. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us, guys.
The last podcast, I thought it was so funny that you guys were like in the beginning, like you guys heard my voice even when I wasn't there.
Oh yeah.
You guys were still answering as if I was saying something or thought, oh yeah, that's something you would have said. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I thought that was really funny though at the beginning.
All right, folks.
Just thought I'd put that out there.
We're gonna be heading out. So thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next week with more whatever the fuck we do here.
Yep.
So as I was saying before,
goodbye.
I was really interrupted.